Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about books because it's one of my favorite times of year. It's Banned Books Week. This is a week set aside to highlight and encourage the reading of books that, well, some people in power don't want you to read. So we're going to talk about books. We're going to talk about PEN America and their report. We are going to talk about defending ideas and why. My eternal question, why? Okay, so a glimpse at the report. And the reason I like this one is because it runs from July of 2021 to June of 2022. So basically, it covers a whole school year rather than dividing it up by the calendar year. Okay, so during this period, there were 2,532 instances of book bans impacting 1,648 individual titles. These bans hit 5,049 schools and affected more than 4 million students. The worst offenders were Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. A lot of these bans can be tracked back to a small number of conservative groups. You know, the Republican Party, the group of people who always saying free speech and all of that. Incidentally, these bans that are government enforced impacted the free speech of 1,261 authors, 290 illustrators, and 18 translators. What's the demographic makeup of them? Yeah, you can guess. You can guess. I will have the link. There's a whole bunch of other information, and I will have it down below, and it goes into this in depth, but the demographics are exactly what you would expect. The bans are targeting authors of color, authors that are LGBTQ. That's who they go after, or books that have main characters of those demographics. But the question is why, right? And when you first say that, there's the knee-jerk apparent response, right? Because the people doing it are old bigots. Like, that's the easy answer to that question. Why are they trying to silence these voices? But see, I think it's something else. I'm of the firm belief that the worst thing you can do for an idea is present it and defend it poorly. That is the worst thing you can do for an idea you support, is to present it and defend it poorly. Because people who are just hearing that idea, they're going to want to challenge it so they can poke holes in it. And if you can't defend it, if your idea is indefensible, well, it's easy for them to poke holes in it, and that idea or that ideology collapses. The ideology that would lead them to specifically target LGBTQ and authors of color, it's indefensible. Those parents, they want their kids to have that family value, but they can't defend it because there's not a defense for it. And those books promote that curiosity. Those books promote asking questions that the parents don't want to answer because they can't. So rather than their children having a better ideology, one that could be defended, they want to remove the books promoting the questions. Parents are making a choice to keep their children ignorant. I think that has a whole lot to do with it. I don't think it's that well thought out. I don't think they necessarily understand that, but I think that's the root cause. I think they're hoping that if they can just get these books out of these libraries, nobody talk about it, then that ideology will stand. Because they know it won't stand if it's questioned. I will have the report down below. It is definitely worth reading. Just remember while you're reading that banned books are the best books. Might want to read one of those this week. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.